Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Primrose, and it's been a while since I posted a video, but today I am back with a Hoya haul. So this is now going to be a unboxing video because these plants arrived 3 days ago and I did not have the time to film, and obviously I needed to take them out of their packaging. So as you can see guys, we have a different setup in the background today. We are in the second bedroom and I think this will be turned into a plant room from now on. Well, slowly, because this is still a work in progress. You can't see it in the video, but the space is a mess at the minute. And obviously now that I have um, a few more Hoyas in my collection and my windowsill are just crammed with hanging plants at the minute, so I needed to provide these plants more light, especially now that we are approaching winter time. So I'm going to install another grow light here, and I have a ladder shelf coming, and I have been enjoying making those little macrames for my propagation. So I have a strip light on top, but I think today we are not going to focus on this because I have a separate video of this one. And as you all know guys, last year I had a severe mealybug infestation which started in my Hoya carnosa. So that was the reason why I have been putting off getting some more Hoyas, because I think I have been magnetized towards philodendrons and anthuriums this year, but I find them a little bit more challenging to grow in my home. And whereas Hoya, on the other hand, are a lot easier for me. So I made sure that the mealybug issue has been um, taken care of, and I think I have it under control now before I placed an order for more Hoyas. So these ones here, I have some here as well, are still in its nursery pots, and I can see that they are in a cocoa peat. I don't feel confident growing them in that substrate because it's too moisture retaining, especially now that winter months and all our windows are closed, so we don't have a lot of air circulation around the house, and the only air exchange that's happening is when we open the front door to go in or to go out, and I know that's not much, and I just don't want to switch a fan on in winter time. I get cold so easily. So the other option for me is to transfer them in a more draining soil, a more draining mixture, and in a terracotta pot. So I feel more confident growing them in that kind of mixture and pot. So let's get on with this haul guys. And I have two which I have already transferred in a terracotta pot and in a mixture that I made myself. So this is a Hoya Caudata Silver, but I think we can't see much silver splash on the leaves at the minute because I think I have a lot of water stains there that I need to take care of. A mixture of soap and vinegar will do the trick. So far, I have never encountered a really weird textured leaves before, but this one, it's so rough to the touch and it feels like it's a plastic. I mean, if you look at it and if you touch it, it don't even look or feel like it's a live plant, if that makes any sense. I don't know how to explain it further, guys. Yeah, the leaves are just like so tough. It's not even that thick, but it's just so tough to the touch. So that's the Hoya Kodata Silver. And this one, as soon as I repotted it, I get some yellowing leaves right away. So this is my Hoya Lakinosa. And I just think that it looks very similar to a Hoya Gianna, of course without the splash variegation on the leaves. But you know, the size of the leaves and the shape, it looks more like a Hoya Gianna. So that's the Hoya Lakinosa. And I have seen a single large peduncle somewhere here, but for some reason I can't see it now. Maybe it has fallen off. And this was a big plant in a pot, and I thought I I don't I mean in it depends on what kind of plant. I mean, for some plant, especially the trailing ones, I am fine with them being just a few um, trailing stem in a pot. So I have divided the plant so I can share it to friends. All right, and I know that sometimes I could really get carried away choosing the variegated plants versus um, the non-variegated plant. So this is a non-variegated version of a Hoya Callisto, I think. Yeah. And I find this deep veining on the leaves really, really pretty. And I made my research. Some plants can get that large leaf. So I think this plant has potential, and it can get really green. So I think this one, as you can see, it's not that green. I think it needs more light. And this one is very similar to a Hoya Ti. If you have seen a Hoya Ti, the shape and the size of the leaves looks very similar, and the only thing that um, can tell them apart is that the Hoya Hassle Ti, it's got this splash variegation on the leaves. And I think if it's getting a bit of direct sunlight, it turns a little bit dark as well, with a tinge of like pink or dark red. And I think it's really beautiful. And the next one here, I'm gonna save that a big one last, and it's not looking its best at the minute. And this is a Hoya Verticalata varicata. So when I saw this in the picture, I thought it looks very similar to a Hoya carnosa, but I think sometimes the picture doesn't really, you can't really like see all the details in the picture. The leaves looks feels very different. It's more like thinner, and it's not that like thick compared to the carnosa. So that's the Hoya Verticalata variegata. And this one is a Hoya rotundiflora. Hoya rotundiflora. So the leaves are a lot different. I mean, I think that's the one thing that you could um like recognize this plant right away. There you go. For some reason, those edges are drying up. And the next one, I think they have mislabeled this one because it says here it's a Hoya Kenny. I need my glasses. Right, it says it's a Hoya Gianna. Gina. I'm gonna write it down, guys. Gianna. Hoya Gianna. It says elbow marginata. I think they've mislabeled it because I can't see a variegation on the leaf margins. So that's not a marginata, but it's got a little bit of variegation there going on in that one single leaf. The rest of the leaves are like just solid green. Alright, so this is the most exciting part because I got a one free plant, although I already have a huge one of this, but I don't mind having another one in my collection. So this is a Hoya Carriai. I think this is the elbow marginata because the variegation is right on the edges of the leaves. So I got 3 leaves there. And we are getting to the last one, guys. So this is a Hoya Lanciolata subspecies Bella, and it's in this plastic trellis. And for some reason, I think my seller, he said that they have been really busy this year, and I can tell from the way they packed their plants. They used to be so careful with everything, and like this is the first experience of mine getting a plant from them with so much broken stems and bruised leaves. But I don't mind because they are, I mean, give it a few weeks and it will bounce back. It's not like the plant is gone and dead. It just took a bit of beating during the shipment. And my seller are really nice. I mean, I can reach out to them anytime about anything and they reply back. And they always send me a free plant in every purchase, and that's good. So the reason that I mean, if you can see, the leaves are just like normal, not too exciting, but I think I have fallen in love with the flowers of the Bella. You have to look it up, guys, to see it because at the minute it's not blooming and I can't see any peduncle on this one, but I have seen people growing this like a really huge specimen, and it looks really beautiful, and it could produce like several peduncles, and it's beautiful. I think that's my plan for this one, and yeah, I have high hopes. It's still a small plant at the minute, but yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining me in this video today, and take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!